This is my audience in the beginning.
If you reject the food, ignore the customs, fear the religion, and avoid the people, you might better just stay at home. A quote by James Michener from the Greatest Inspirational Quotes website. But haven't you ever wanted to travel to understand a way of seeing new things? And a great place to start seeing new things is traveling to the Great Barrier Reef, which is off the east coast of Australia and is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. But before I get into my speech and hopefully persuading you to make a trip up there one day, a few of the resources that I looked up are mentioned here, and I will mention them as I go further along into the speech. Traveling here is a need that has always held a special fascination for humans, like diving and snorkeling as an outstanding way to view the amazing fish and coral reef, as well as its support for a huge diversity of life, including many vulnerable endangered species, some of which may be endemic. And I'm speaking only from my perspective and the factual information I researched to help persuade you, the audience, and help convince y'all that traveling here will be a great experience that you don't want to miss out on. And the Great Barrier Reef, which is one of Australia's most remarkable natural gifts, is blessed with a breathtaking beauty of the world's largest coral reef. And the need is, no matter what type of craft or length of stay, it is imperative to make sure that you take the time to snorkel or scuba dive in order to have and to ensure the best experience possible. Also, a helicopter tour is an excellent way to get above the Great Barrier Reef and witness the size and expanse of this spectacular marine natural wonder. And it's the best way through the lens of an underwater mask to see the Great Barrier Reef, because snorkeling or scuba diving provides an up-close view of some of the most vibrant fish, coral, and marine life. And from the website of the GreatBarrierReef.org that I'd researched also backs up my claim that this is a great place to travel, because it mentions how that not only I feel this is a great place to travel to one day, but also the 2 million tourists who visit this hotspot annually think so as well. And it promises anyone who comes to explore its depth and experience that you will remember for a lifetime, because its experience is a unique place that in the world that, like no other, is covered in exotic plants and animals and breathtaking natural views. And because of its natural beauty, both below and above the water surface, the Great Barrier Reef has become one of the world's most sought after tourist destinations. From the website of 7naturalwonders.org that I researched on this topic, it states that this wonder is the world's largest individual formation created by a living organism. And as the largest coral reef in the world, it includes over 900 islands, over 2,900 separate reefs, and supports one of the most diverse ecosystems in the world. And another website that I looked up was thefamouswonders.com, and it mentions that the reef expands to over 1,250 miles to the northwest, southeast area of Australia, and at about 10 to 100 miles offshore, and is around 135,000 square miles in area. And it's larger than the Great Wall of China and is the only living thing on Earth visible from space. Quotes by Kate Sabkar, who had toured the Great Barrier Reef and blogged her story on the adventuresbootsnail.com, mentions that the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority, which was established by an act of Parliament in 1975, protects the reef environment and ecotourism is the only tourism that is encouraged because of the fragility of the reef, but ecotourism doesn't mean that there is any absence whatsoever of recreational opportunities on the Great Barrier Reef. In fact, fishing, water sports such as parasailing, snorkeling, diving, reef walking, bushwalking, and day tours are just a few of the activities that guests can partake while visiting there. And she also mentions that to make the most of the coral is take a tourist boat trip to the outer reef. Glass bottom boat tours are available through most of operators, and semi-submersible boats are another fun way to view the coral, she says, but the best way of seeing the reef is by diving or snorkeling. And she also mentions that the Great Barrier Reef is one of the most popular and one of the most reasonably priced places to learn to dive in the world.